Welcome to another episode of the live reaction, looking at a weird show today from Studio Mappa called Sarazanmai. Now, I've read the synopsis of this, and it looks somewhat promising, but for some reason there's a KyoAni logo at the beginning. So, but on Annie chart it said it was from Studio Mappa. I'm just gonna assume it's KyoAni because it's on the show. It would actually make sense with some of the stuff that we're gonna see in the show. I don't really know what the show is about. I know that it's about kids and Japanese mythology involving something called a Kappa, which is like a mythological turtle creature that eats cucumbers, and that's like one of their defining characteristics. And they're also like trickster, like it's Japan's version of a trickster god, basically, is King Kappa. Now, I don't really know what to expect about that. People are saying that it's kind of funny, so maybe it'll be a comedy type show. I don't really know what to expect, so that's the best way to approach these things, I find. Let's get started. Couple things. First of all, this NPC character animated crowd shot is like better than 90% of CGI crowd shots already, just because it has some character. Also, his running animation was really good, and Tokyo looks beautiful. If this is Tokyo, it's supposed to be set in Asakusa. I have no idea where that is. Someone needs to take this shoe and put it in a shoe ad, because this shoe looks really good, one, and the way they've animated it just makes it look amazing. I want this shoe now. Did a stop sign just fall out of the air? What? We're 30 seconds into the episode. I already have zero clue, and I'm already extremely curious to find out what's going to happen. They cut to a shot of the Tokyo Tower immediately after showing it in the background. I just thought that was a really good transition. Solid OP. Really good OP. The music was pretty generic pop rock, but the animation was really good, and I feel like we got a good look at what we should be expecting in this episode, and the show in general. I mean, it's weird that you say that, seeing as one of the rules of your life is to carry around a box everywhere. This city is super weird. There's like a weird idol person who looks vaguely religiously associated on a giant screen telling people about the lucky item of the day. This might just be a normal thing in Japan, but to me it's super weird. Yo, that girl just took a selfie of this dude breaking into a car. What? How do you have no awareness? Look around for 5 seconds before you do this. Oh my god. I've never heard any Japanese character like end all their sentences with dish. Like if you've watched Naruto, you know that he says tebayo at the end of every sentence that he does, right? But I've never ever heard anyone say dish at the end. It's just like a weird quirk. Is it like an Asakusa thing, or is it like an idol thing? I have no clue. This is a very stylish frog. This frog is very stylish. Oh no, misunderstanding, misunderstanding. Oh shit, he broke the statue! Wait, what? No explanation of that? They just blew up in an explosion and they just cut back to the class. What happened? Dude, half of anime humor comes from transfer students. I feel like without transfer students, anime would be nowhere. Like, we'd have nothing. We'd just sit in class all day, just going to school. Like, there would be no interesting things happening at all. Transfer students are the reason that half of anime exists. The Kappa did something to them, didn't it? It did something. They're eating cucumbers, dude. This is a Kappa conspiracy. This is a Kappa conspiracy happening right here. What? What the heck? What do you mean? What? Yo, Oba-chan, I'm pretty sure that's called a prostate. Okay, let's not get too carried away. Is his box flying? Did his box just float up by itself? What? This dude still has his box with him. He still has his... Leave the box alone. Something weird is happening to you. You're eating cucumbers and pouring water on your head. Leave the box. Oh, so they got cursed by the Kappa. Okay, that makes more sense. This guy is whipped as fuck with this idol chick. She's never gonna notice you, bro. Like, You don't need to worry about that. A Prince Kappa just shows up out of nowhere, out of the statue. This show is weird. Uh-oh. They pissed off the Prince Kappa. This can't be a good thing. Why do they have to draw his anus in like such detail? Just leave it alone. Like, what? What the fuck? Is this legal? Oh no, not him too. What are you trying to tell me right now? What are you trying to tell me right now? Prince Kappa-san, you're telling me that it's an organ that stores human desire. It just happens to be present in these young boys' anuses. Holy moly. I feel creeped out by this. I'm just kidding. It's pretty funny. This whole scene just seems Ghibli-esque, right? You get like some kind of mythological thing intruding on the normal world, and then some transformation takes place, and then you have to try to come back somehow. It just feels very Ghibli, and like the old school Japanese visual references just reinforce that for me. This is weird for KyoAni to do. I don't know why they're doing this. That cut is live action. It reminds me of like those, you know, like those puppet shows that they have in China. It reminds me of that. Not the shadow puppet shows. They have like these intricate marionette type samurai shows that have been going on for years, and it just looks like, that reminded me of that for a second. Okay, so 3 little boys turned into frogs, and now they're doing a musical number on a bridge while fighting a cardboard box demon. Did I get that right? Okay. This is the first episode, by the way. Okay. This whole scene is just Trigger. Like, Studio Trigger must have like sent their whole like infiltration team over to KyoAni, because this just feels Trigger to me. Look at this cardboard box. Look at how the mouth is animated. Isn't that a Trigger like staple? Looks like it to me. This is so weird. Okay, this is my working theory as of right now. KyoAni saw what Trigger did with Darling in the Franxx, and they're like, oh, you think you can do a show with sexual innuendos? Hold my beer, I'm going in. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying, hold my beer. Hold my beer. Hold my fucking beer! I'm extremely happy that they managed to extract this butt marble from a quivering, orgasmic cardboard demon. Yes. Wait, is this the guy that we saw at the beginning of the episode with the cardboard box on his head? It all goes, it's all a big circle. All a big circle. This is all very normal. There's nothing weird about any of this. He's a cross-dresser? Wait a second. So he's the one that took the selfie with the car. This is actually like weirdly really deep. I wasn't expecting this from the show. That wasn't the voice that they used in the first scene. That wasn't the same. It's not the same voice. Who knew that little kids turning into frogs because a Prince Kappa extracted an organ from their anus? That's not even the weirdest part of this show. Okay. This is all obviously a metaphor. But I really like the metaphor of the box. The metaphor of the box is great. So the box is like this hidden thing that contains all your deepest desires and secrets, right? So it's not a coincidence that the boxes are flying all over town. Now, do you think it's also a coincidence that all the boxes are marked kapazon.co.jp? Are they making some kind of like statement on consumerism here? Is that what's happening? Weirdly deep show. Wasn't expecting it to go deep like this. Also, this guy has been like making references to his box not wanting to be revealed, and we know now why he wanted that. We just thought it was like something that he bought for that girl that he likes, but actually it was this whole like secret life that he's been leading, which is why he was so concerned about it. Shout out to this guy for being a good friend. If you just learned this about one of your friends, you'd probably take more than a second to say nothing changes. Yo, so every box is supposed to contain a secret, but really only 2 of them have secrets. The other guy is just like a third wheel. His secret is that he knows about his secret. That's not really a secret, bro. I wish the other guy had something going on too. Like some kind of like he likes this guy romantically or something. But it's Japan, so they won't do that. Oh, so he's taking pictures of himself as this idol to send to this girl. Is that what it is? So see, go back to the very first scene. He said, I have 2-3 rules or whatever. I have to carry this box. And there's just one girl that I have to send pictures to every day, right? And we're like, oh, he's like a romantic type person. He has like a thing going on. But no, it's actually this little kid. So that makes his cross-dressing more like an instrumental cross-dressing and not like something he just does to express himself. I kind of wish that it was something that he just did to express himself. I feel like that's more of a character like trait that we can explore than just him doing it because he wants to send pictures to this girl. I'll take it, but it would have been more interesting the other way in my eyes. Okay, so that's Sarazanmai. A weird show, to say the least. I was not expecting this when I went into it. I thought it was going to be a comedy gag show about kids turning into frogs. It turns out it's basically like if Trigger and Ghibli joined forces to do Kisniver. That's like the first... that's like the one sentence pitch for the show, right? So the Kisniver connection is like there are these people who are connected and they know secrets about each other now. And the Shiriko Dama seems to be like a metaphorical instrument to get people to know things about each other and meet. That seems to be the purpose of them. And the reason the people when making the show understood that it's so inherently weird already that Kappa steal Shiriko Dama through people's anus. It's like, you can't do this seriously. It's not possible. This is an original anime as far as I know. So they're just like, let's just embrace the weird. Let's just go with it, right? What's the worst that can happen? Kids are turning into frogs. That's part of our story. So let's not let that be the weirdest part. Let's go full weird. And they really embraced it as far as I can tell. The action scene where they like transform into frogs and they learn secrets about each other, that's like the most dynamic way anyone's ever learned a secret about anyone ever. Like dancing through a tunnel of water naked while changing from a frog back into a human being. I don't think there's a more dramatic way than that to learn things about your friends. Extremely weird show. It's all metaphor. I don't know why KyoAni suddenly decided to do this, because this is not really what they're known for. And they're like telltale KyoAni traits all throughout, right? If you remember that famous Hibike euphonium scene with Reina, in the background there are like all these bokeh balls, and we see them in scenes in this show too. That's just like their art style. So why they've turned from making like people do cute things in a club type shows to a show about Kappa boys, but it's actually a deep emotional story while being funny at the same time and with really good art, kind of just blows my mind. I don't understand why they're doing this, but this show is sneaky good. It's not like Carol and Tuesday in that it just is a very well done concept. It's more like there are layers to it, right? There are many layers to it. And thinking back now after having watched the episode, there are a lot of things that they set up before that pay off later, right? In the very first scene, when the stop scene falls on him, he flashes back to a bunch of stuff. He flashes back to Enta and the bracelet in the box. He flashes back to the other like criminal kid and him taking the ruler out to steal the car. So it's like, it's all connected. And these three characters, how well they're written will really determine how good this show is, right? And I feel like this show has a lot of potential. And just after seeing that first episode, I feel like we're in for a treat with this show. So if you're looking for something that's funny and like weirdly deep at the same time, this is probably my second must-watch of the season after Carol and Tuesday, but for completely different reasons. Carol and Tuesday is more about like just emotional, well done, different directing because of who the director is, and it just takes it, like, does it as clean as possible, right? It's like, it has heart, but it's just a really slick, well done anime. And this one is also slick and well done because remember, that's what KyoAni does, but also it has a very like unique premise which it uses as a metaphor to like explore different things, and I feel like that's worth a watch just in and of itself. So first episode of Sarazanmai, great impression, probably going to keep watching this through the weeks. That's all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video.